for me, it was yes and led to listening. When I was putting this recipe together, I said, you have to listen to say yes and in a positive way. I mean, you could not listen, but it wouldn't make sense then if you said yes and to something you weren't listening about. And for me, the magic in improv started to happen when I went from thinking so much ahead and being so worried to being present in that moment. That made a real difference for me. And actually, I became more creative from that. The more present I got, the more creative I got. And then the idea that improv is not about me looking good. It's not about me undercutting another person. It's about me setting up other people to succeed. Dare to Suck came from my improv teacher, Jackie Lowe, who said that was the secret to success in improv in life. And I totally resisted. And that's what, when you shared, the people that failed, in your organization or made a mistake, that you wanted to bring it to the surface. It's almost like the celebration of a failure so we can look so we don't make it again. How would you describe it in your organization? How did you get people feel safe enough to bring, hey, I failed at this?
So the sharing of failures really started as a feedback that we need to share more success. And we did that. And I'm like, okay, that's great. Everybody is happy and we're sharing all the success. But I keep seeing people making the same, we're doing deal reviews, or we kind of look at our projects. I'm like, okay, there's same mistakes that we're doing, and that team knows it, or that individual knows, but I want everyone to know.
Yeah.
So I strongly believe it starts with a lot of these things start from the top. So it's about me sharing that. And I think I did a presentation on a line of business that we didn't, I started it. It was my idea. It failed. And I shared with the team, here is why we're closing it. Here's what we didn't do well in executing on it. And here's our learning for next time. And next time we executed beautifully on it, and it's actually becoming our largest line of business. The line of business we started at that time is becoming our largest line of business. So again, I believe the same thing with ASN. It starts from the top, but then you need to show value for the rest of the company so people can adopt it. So we started having people that we knew are comfortable in sharing their success and comfortable in their skin and not afraid that they're going to be reprimanded or anything like that. We did a few presentations. So we have an all hands call, and instead of doing, here is our great projects and great success that we did, it's like, oh, here is a project that went sideways, and here's what we did, and here's what we didn't do, here what we're going to do next time. And people love it because they think that they're the only ones making these mistakes. And the reality is other people are making the same mistakes, and it is okay, right? And it's so the side bonus here is that, yes, no one else is going to make the same mistake again, hopefully, but also you don't feel like it's just you sitting there in the corner and we're in a remote environment, working on an island, and you're the only one making these mistakes. Other people feel exactly the same way that you feel.